What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and today we're actually updating our Scholar controller guide as well as giving some general thoughts about the changes that they've recently made to the Scholar job. With patch 5.05, they brought back energy drain. They added just a couple of little tweaks, especially to Sucker, which is really very nice. And essentially, with one additional skill with energy drain, that actually really changed up how I did my layout. Now, for anybody who is interested, be sure to check out part 1 of this guide, because essentially we're not going to go into all the detail about like how you configure all your hotbars, how you do all your UI. This is going to be kind of just an addendum to that guide because we now have a new skill and because I've been playing around with it. It's really important and really exciting to see because ultimately my DPS has gone up way through the roof. I talked about this over on the Ginger Prime gaming channel. Guys, link will be in the description below if you want to go check out my additional channel there for more coverage of video games, etc. But yeah, anyway, I want to go ahead and dive into what I've changed about the Scholar with patch 5.05, and hopefully this gives you guys a setup, that you were enjoying it. I really am so happy to see energy drain back, and so let's go ahead and talk about my UI and really what is happening here. Again, we're just covering the layout. Check out the original guide. I'll include links also in the description below as well for you guys. So, just like before, we've got my top hotbar 3 in this case. So I've got recitation. I moved it over here because if I'm living in this world, I wanted kind of a quick, easy reference because it is now over here on the top. You can see that with the addition of energy drain, I couldn't figure out a decent way to get my hotbars to work without having to go with the up, down, left, and right addition to the double cross hotbar left and the double cross hotbar right. So this gives me a lot more freedom ultimately to be able to bring in more skills, and I've set them in essentially a kind of a pattern here. If I bring up the HUD layout, you'll be able to see it listed here. So you can see kind of with this straight line dash here, I've kind of lined it up with the two abilities on the left and the right. So I've kind of offset that so it sits there. I wish that I could hide these buttons. So I looked. I can only hide them right now for these guys. So I wish I could hide these because I think that would be a much cleaner UI experience. Maybe we'll see that in a future update, or maybe I'm just missing it. If I am, let me know in the comments below because that'd be awesome. Anyway, recitation followed by Aether Pact, followed by Chain Strategem, Summon Seraph, and energy drain. I have a hard time saying that word, so I do apologize. On the left double cross hotbar, still have Lucid Dreaming, Rescue, and Repose. Not much has changed here. I did take away Swift Cast. I was playing around with like energy drain there. Didn't like it at all. So what I've settled with is that I've got pretty much everything the way it was, except for that I've moved Consolation and Energy Drain here. This is where I've kind of placed it. It's a really great weaving skill, which actually obviously helps increase the DPS. If you're off the global cooldown for Aether Flow like I am now, and you're sitting on 3 stacks and everybody's healed, it allows you to be able to obviously do Biolysis and be able to drop in some energy drain while that's on cooldown. Very handy. Again, go check out my other video if you want to see me weaving it and crushing stone, sky, and sea as a scholar. So much better. Oh my gosh. Whispering Dawn, Fey Illumination, Royal 3, Art of War, Biolysis, and Ruin 2. So this wheel hasn't changed. Energy drain's brought in here because again I'm just thinking holding down the left trigger and here's my attack obviously, and then I still have Whispering Dawn and Consolation right there. That works really well. On the right hand side we have made a couple changes here. Where we used to have a deployment, we now have Sacred Soil. Sacred Soil was here, but I decided to kind of focus more on the healing aspects of holding down the right trigger while focusing on kind of, the DPS aspects with the left trigger with a little bit of pet management in there as well. And then over here on the double cross hotbar right, we've got Emergency Tactics, Recitation, EXO, Fey Blessing, Dispensation, and Deployment Tactics. So that kind of completes out that piece. And so we haven't really seen any changes here, but just to show you guys, if you haven't seen the other video, Aether Pact, Summon Eos, Summon Selim, Summon Seraph, Resurrection, Chain, Swiftcast, and Surecast. So those are those abilities right there. Guys, this is perhaps one of my favorite jobs, this expansion. With this change, with the change obviously with Art of War, with the change with Energy Drain, seeing my DPS go up is really nice. But I still have that healing focus. Like we were running Eden, I'm still doing a lot of healing and it's a lot of fun. And that's really what's important to me. I like the healing aspect. I like managing it. I like using my shields. It's really, I think, in a really good space where if you saw my previous video of my overall thoughts, does this job suck? Well, it doesn't suck. It just was missing something. And I was saying either they needed, to change, bring back like Shadow Flare or do something else there, or bring back Energy Drain. And they chose Energy Drain, and I'm thrilled with it. The only thing I'm not thrilled about is that I have to keep saying Energy Drain, and it's it's a tongue twister for me for some reason. There's a few words in the English dictionary that I just for some reason have a hard time saying, and that's before I even get into Final Fantasy XIV terms. Anyway, that's the new layout. Whether you want to take a picture, whether you want to take a look at it and see how we have it. If I go into System and go into System Character Configuration and go into Hotbar Settings, just turn this on. You just go under Custom, under Hotbar Settings, and you say Enable Directional Buttons. This gives you that up, down, left, and right feature. That's how you're going to be able to use it. And then I guess last but not least, under Display, you can also be able to hide and turn off various things. Like I think one thing I'm going to turn on for you guys real quick is Hotbar Help. If I hit Apply, perfect. So for anybody out there who wants to take a screenshot, here you go. So you can see the skill names right here. And then right here. Right here. And right there. So if the images don't necessarily make sense, hopefully that was a help. Anyway, for Work to Game, my name is Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic day. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Whoa, you guys are the best. Jorge, Kyle, Philip, 31 Edwards, Rock Druid, Corey Longwith, Aaron, Axis, Hambone, Lady Wild Plays, CN Navs, this is going too fast, Christopher, Phil, Shun, Dragons, Soul, Keen, Knights, Assassin, Carlos, Sherry, Robert, Leyland, Davon, Tim, Jojo World, Terrace, Sora, Scrublord, Trevor, Mill, Little Almond, 70s, Kimber, Tyler, oh my god, I'm so sorry, Cody, Legend, Carlos, Endless, Jonathan, Jade, Sai, Derek, Brandon, Aaron, Riku, Daryl, Chemistrol, Lauren, The Wolf, the Gar, Kelly, Anthony, Solid, John, Huskree, oh my god, everybody, Dark Later, Christopher, Vestmans, Sean, Nopi, Brian, Tom, Dylan, Silent, whew, I missed your names. I'm sorry. I love you all. Oh my gosh, that was tough.